Welcome to Chrissy Chaos' podcast.
There you go. Thanks, hon. Okay, go ahead. Go in the back now and remain off camera.
You're a poop, so why should I do that?
Thank you. There it is. I'm a poop. Why should I do that? My daughter's wearing, So she woke up. She's ready to go. Welcome to another episode of Chrissy Chaos. Guess what? This is the last solo episode from the LA installment, from the LA chapter of the Chrissy Chaos podcast, the CCP. So thank you guys so much for supporting the LA journey. A lot's changed. Me and Pimp were thinking about it today. When we started the LA journey, I got here March 9th. We had maybe 40,000 subs on YouTube. We had 800 Patreon members. Things were going great. I mean, the TT Jerry episode had just come out a couple of days before that. Now we're at almost 90,000 subs on YouTube, 2,500 plus Patreon members. So much stuff has changed. I'm still gay. Listen, one thing about me, and what I hope the fans of this show, the people who enjoy watching the show, what I hope you will always, no matter what you have going on in your life, I hope you always will remain in the fog. I hope you will always look in the mirror and say, today I'm a fog. And if you're new and you don't know what that means, it means free, open, and gay. I hope you're just free, open, and gay. And by the way, when I say free, open, and gay, that doesn't mean, same sex. That just means, gay. It means happy. It means you could be straight and gay at the same time. Okay? I'm straight, but I'm in the fog all the time. And I like being there. We will be coming out with fog merch, by the way. I think that's a thing. I want to have fog merch. At all my upcoming stand-up shows, which, by the way, go to christycomedy.com. We're about to put a second show on sale at the Fox Theater, October 23rd in Foxwoods, Connecticut. So thank you. That was my first big Chrissy Theater show, and it's sold out. We're adding a second one, so I appreciate that. That's all the Christians. Thank you. We got Providence, Rhode Island. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, by the way. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, August 18th to the 21st. We just released some more seats, so go get those. We got New Jersey coming up. We got, these kids are going crazy in the back. Stop. They are wild. We got all shows coming up. We got everything. Go to christycomedy.com and patreon.com/christycomedy for the real bonus fun. The episode with Tampa Tony, my father, mi padre, is up there. We have a nuts episode coming up next week when we get back to New York. It's a throwback. It's a wild, wild guest. I can't wait for you guys to see it. Just know it's going to be pure mayhem. It will come out. It will be a YouTube episode, but then we also will do one at patreon.com/christycomedy. That's where all the fun truly happens. We go nuts. The Chris and Eddie show, where I take edibles and do a show. I've never done I've done edibles 3 times. One time at the Islanders game where I almost died, and the last 2 times at patreon.com/christycomedy. So
and you're also doing them with Chazz.
Oh yes, we will be doing the Chris and Eddie show with Chazz Palminteri. Chazz Palminteri is about to come. Chazz Palminteri, Sonny from A Bronx Tale, is coming to stay in my house for 10 days, and it's going to be crazy. And speaking of crazy Chazz Palminteri stuff, Homeless Pimp, a.k.a. Corduroy Boy, he saved Chazz Palminteri's life. No, I'm not kidding with you. He genuinely saved Chazz Palminteri's life. Last week, Chazz was choking on a chicken sandwich, which is Goomba thing to do, just choking on a chicken parm. Chazz was choking on a chicken parm sandwich. Nobody else was in the house besides Chazz and the Homeless Pimp, because Homeless Pimp runs Chazz Palminteri's podcast, the Chazz Palminteri Show. Go check that out. He is choking on the sandwich to the point where Chazz stopped breathing, and Homeless Pimp gave Chazz Palminteri the Heimlich maneuver, and Chazz spit out a piece of chicken parm, and then minutes later interviewed Billy Joel on Zoom and didn't mention that he almost died on the Zoom. So when you watch the Billy Joel Chazz Palminteri interview, just know that moments before that, Pimp had his freaking Queen's French fry grease fingers on his sternum and and got a piece of food dislodged from his throat.
Well, it was hilarious because Chazz was like, you stood up with such confidence. I believed in you. And then once you started flailing on me, I thought I was going to die.
Well, let me ask you this, Pimp. Seriously, take us through it. You're sitting down eating a sandwich. He's eating his sandwich. What happens?
We just interviewed like 5 different celebrities, and then he just got really quiet, like oddly quiet for Chazz.
Right.
And then all of a sudden started like kind of punching me in my shoulder, and I looked up and he's choked, like he's dying.
Like he was like
He was like getting my attention, like, hey.
I can't get it out.
Yeah. And like not making a sound. And then I just started thrusting on him, and I've never done the Heimlich, so I just took a shot in the dark.
And so what did you do? Did you go like above his belly button? Like
I know everyone gets their ribs broken doing it, so I'm like, it must be throwing weight against the ribs.
So you got up behind him.
And I just started kind of like half humping him.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, like he could whisper talk, but he was still gagging. And he's like, you're terrible at this. Go find my wife.
Wow. So did his wife? So who's the one who actually dislodged the food?
So then his wife came in. She tried and she couldn't do it. And then I tried again, and then he kind of just threw up in the sink.
Oh, he threw up.
Like he got it out.
Was she really nervous, or she was kind of being playful about it?
His kids ran in. Everyone was like, "Holy shit!"
Like my dad's gonna die right
Everyone's freaking out. Yeah, man, he's choking.
Now, if he would have actually died, what would have been your first move?
Oh, man, that crime scene would not go good for me.
Yeah.
The cops love him. I would be done.
Oh, my God, you'd be done. Yeah, you would have to. Damn, dude. Could you imagine after all that stuff, him, his whole life, Bronx Tale, all these movies, coming out of like the crime section of the Bronx, and he dies sucking down a chicken parm with the homeless pimp?
Looking up at my corduroys, the last thing.
That's the last thing somebody sees. It's just your corduroys and your sock with a hole in it.
But it was hilarious. He goes, you know what, man? If you're going to continue to work with me, I'm hiring someone to give you lessons. That was pathetic.
All right, we got to work on that.
What was creepy was when you did Tiger Belly, Bobby said he's probably going to die in a week.
When I did Tiger Belly a couple of weeks ago, go check that episode out. When I did Tiger Belly, Bobby Lee said, because I was saying, that we work a lot with Chazz Palminteri, he was saying, wow, I can't believe that guy's he's probably going to be dead soon. And then literally 7 days to the day later, Chazz starts choking on the sandwich. So Bobby Lee's a bad person, is what we're saying.
Yeah, he has powers.
He has powers. Okay, so that happened. And that happened because Pimp's been going back and forth from New York to California. And, we've been here. We go home soon. But, it's interesting because when things like you go back, you went back, Chazz almost died. And then the first time you went back, I thought something, you went back, Chazz almost died. Then you got back here, and an arsonist is setting California, Los Angeles on fire. So there's an arsonist right now. I don't know how this is going to play out, but he continuously is lighting the forest on fire. And and it started as soon as Pimp got here, and they can't find out who it is. So my hunch is that it is Homeless Pimp, because he constantly goes for walks in the morning. And then anytime I wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, he's washing his feet in our pool. So I'm like, is he washing the ash off his feet? Are you the Los Angeles County arsonist, yay or nay?
Not this time.
Not this time. Holy smokes, dude.
But
yeah.
It is crazy. I was outside last night, and there's helicopters searching for an arsonist.
I know.
Down the block.
Yeah, and they put the freaking spotlight right in your bedroom. Am I talking about you? No, Vinny, not everything's about you, okay? Why don't you, do you want to come down here? Oh, you said argue. Well, nobody can hear you when you don't have the mic, okay? I thought you knew how to do a podcast by now. We're 15 episodes in. I'm so happy with the success of the show, by the way, being only 15, 16 episodes in. And truly, that's all about the fans. Thank you. I'm trying to do a sentimental moment, please. It's truly all about the fans, and we wouldn't have it without your support. So thank you just so much for, tell friends. I really appreciate it.
Welcome to Melt Time. It's Titi Jerry's time, guys. Hey.
The same guy wrote in, did you have your own bitch in prison?
If I had my own bitch?
Yeah.
No, I had my husband. I was the bitch.
Got it.
I was the bitch. I always used to play the role of the bitch, because if the wants me to play the role of the bitch, like if he wants me to do him, like behind his butt,
Naturally.
For that, I would go for with a bitch. Because I want a man to see me and treat me as a woman. You know? Not treat me like if I was a and I want to fuck him too and do all kind of crazy shit. No.
It's all about receiving.
Yeah, all I like to do is receive. I don't give.
Maddie Moose wrote, do you have dreams about being back in prison?
Oh my God, that's all I have. That's all the kind of dreams that I be having every single night. Because since I was in there for so many years, for so long, that's all I dream about.
Really?
All I see myself in prison, doing the things I used to do in prison, running around the yard, fucking with the officers, with other inmates, you know, all the stabbing, cutting up and all that shit. That's still in my head because I've been in there for so long that that's all I dream about.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
What was like the last one you...
It's crazy and it really scares me, you know? It's weird.
Yeah, of course.
You know, I still think that I'm still locked up in prison, but when I open my eyes, it's like, whew, what a relief.
Of course.
You know? Yeah, it sucks.
That's terrible. Like,
yeah,
what
it
was
is terrible.
Like, what was the last one you had? The most recent dream like that?
Last night.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
every
crazy.
Every night I dream about prison. There's not one day I don't dream about prison since I've been out.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
crazy. That's like a curse.
Yeah, it is.
So let me
Ain't no joke.
What's the biggest thing TT has had to get used to after being out of prison?
Not seeing my mom. Missing my mom. She passed away. That's one thing I really got to start still trying to get used to it, not being around her.
And are you used to people yet? How people are acting? I know you said that.
Oh, yeah. I could get over people so easily. Like,
Yeah.
I'm a type of person that if you don't want to talk to me or you talk about me or anything, none of that shit bothers me because I've been through so much in life that none of them bothers me.
But does it bother you that everyone else is acting weird now compared to the 90s?
No, not really.
Not yet. Yeah.
This world always been crazy, so
Yeah.
it's always been weird. So it was like nothing new to me.
And have you seen the dating apps?
Oh yeah.
Are you on the dating apps? You like them?
No, I'm not in the dating app, but I've seen a lot of apps about dating dating and all that.
What do you think of it?
I got to get into it though. I think it's great. I think it's great because you get to meet a lot of different people. You know,
And it's so
a lot of
easy.
new people. You know, but sometimes you can't even trust them either.
Yeah.
How many times have people had dates through the internet and all that, and when they meet, they murder you, they kill you, or they kidnap you? You just gotta be careful who you mess with.
What do they think of Vladimir Putin in jail?
Oh, who?
The guy who runs Russia.
Oh, the guys who runs Russia.
What do they think about Russia?
I really never got into a conversation with somebody like that. No.
They don't bring up Russia.
No,
Interesting.
they really don't bring up Russia like that. It's Titi Jerry's time, guys. Hey!
So, you know what else I like about this show now is as we're doing it, it's kind of evolving into new things. We now have ways to get the fans involved, which I love. I love every episode that we put out Tuesdays, 11 a.m., that we can have fan questions and fans can be a part of the show. Because when I was, growing up watching shows, I was like, oh, I'd love to be a part of that show. I'd love to ask people questions about that show. Well, this show you can, which I love. Is that a fucking blender? What is that? Oh my God, what the hell was that? It's Vinny's vibrator. So I don't know if that's safe during the third trimester. What?
Mom's cutting her clothes.
Oh, mom's cutting her clothes? Oh my God, I can't wait to go to the emergency room. Vinny has been up, by the way, the last 2 nights saying the baby is legitimately kicking the floor of her vagina. I'm not talking about your sister. I'm talking about your mother. So, all right, baby, please go upstairs. So, Delilah, stop it. Seriously. So Vinny has been complaining that the baby is kicking on her vagina. So I told her to do Kegels. I told her to roll over on her side. Nothing's working. She genuinely thinks. Let me tell you something. I am so excited to go back to New York for 2 weeks because then I have to come back here for 2 weeks. God damn it! But shout out True TV, Backyard Barbecue, Bar War Show. I have to come back, but I'm so excited to go home. But if this baby is born in the next 5 days, then I have to stay in LA for another 3 months. I don't know what I would do or how I would do it. I may, if that's the case, truthfully, I may just rent an RV, have Homeless Pimp with us. He films it, tells us where to go, and we just drive cross country with the new baby on Vinny's tit, just bouncing across the highways of America, and we'll put the whole thing up at patreon.com/ChrisDComedy, or parts of it. Because I just feel like I cannot, Delilah, stop. Seriously. I cannot, no, stop. She's hiding behind the wall. I can't think of having to stay here for any longer. I mean, listen,
all of you guys seem a little cooped up here.
Here's the thing. You know me, I like rain and cold. I like that weather in LA, sunshine, and I appreciate the city. Don't get me wrong. I'm not hating on it. I do. I understand the values of it, but I love New York and the East Coast so much, and Vinny does not. Vinny likes the sun and the heat, and even she was like, I need to get out of this city. I need to get out of this city. So I don't know what it is. Maybe you have to be born here to really like love it.
But I also think Vinny's just shot. I mean, it feels like God's torturing her at this point of pregnancy.
Vinny's been legitimately pregnant the entire quarantine. No, she seriously has. She seriously freaking has. It's public info. She got pregnant. We got pregnant in the beginning of quarantine. Then she had a miscarriage, like 3 or 4, 4 months in. Then a month or 2 went by, healing, whatever. I had to come out to LA to do the pilot for the Backyard Bar Wars. I got horned up while I was out here, of course. Come back, land. Me and Vinny have sex. Pregnant again. Oh my God, Delilah's right there. Can you go upstairs, please, or go in the back? Or can you just earmuffs? Okay. Well, whatever. So Vinny got pregnant again. So now Vinny's pregnant again at the end, 8 months in. This baby's due date's somewhere between June 30th and July 4th. So she's legitimately been pregnant for like 18 months. She's like an elephant. Elephants, that's what it is. Vinny the elephant. Because of pregnancy, not how she looks, although, she could tighten up. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding around. No, I got to tighten up. I feel like when I came out to LA, I felt like I was in good shape. And now slowly just being around Pimp. I mean, last night we drank margaritas, had Heinekens, had burgers, pizza, ice cream. Just slowly, my tits are starting to grow back. So I got to start going to Barry's boot camp again. Because, dude, did I tell you the story about Barry's boot camp when the guy ripped off his headphones and threw them at the treadmill? No, so what's happening out here's the whole thing with like the masks. So like now even like LA, like the most liberal place who like want to wear masks for life, like they all want to like join ISIS, like that's how much they want to wear masks. They out here, they're starting to be like, I cannot go to the gym with this mask on. I cannot run on a treadmill for 45 minutes with this freaking mask. And some guy, we were taking what was it called? With the lovely Mercedes from the Studio City Barry's Boot Camp. It's called Ass and Abs, and that's my favorite class to take is Ass and Abs. So we're taking that class, and one part of it we're running on the treadmill for 20 minutes, and all of a sudden I see a guy stop the treadmill. You have headphones on. So like, everybody has their own individual headphones and they can hear the instructor and the music or whatever. Stops the treadmill. I watch him like just slide back, like takes the headphones off and smashes them off the treadmill. He's like, I can't fucking take this anymore. We take the mask off. We're outside. Just screaming, loses it. Smashes the headphones, walks out, and then 5 minutes later comes back in and starts working out with the resistance bands on the side of the class. I was like, wow, these people are about to snap. So I think I heard Barry's boot camp, at least in Los Angeles, saying if you have a vaccine card, now if you've been vaccinated, you may be able to take your mask off pretty soon. But it's not there yet. I mean, Pimp's vaccinated, and Pimp and I were talking about this yesterday. It was from our good friend Jared Freed, the J Train. He had a great tweet about, like just another problem that we already have all these problems. Now another problem is the vaccine card doesn't fit in your wallet. So that's something that I wish they would have discussed. I'm pretty sure, though, eventually they're going to just make you upload it onto some type of app like hopefully. That. Yeah, like the wallet, like the wallet that like your plane tickets are on. And then it'll be...
Because I have anxiety. If you lose it, you can't go like overseas. Like,
yeah, dude, you went to the Bahamas, and if you would have gone to the Bahamas without a COVID test and a vaccine card, they would have just said you have to leave.
They wouldn't let me on the airplane. And they wouldn't let me come home if I lost it there.
Dude, imagine you being stuck in the Bahamas.
Well, what's sick is I asked them at the front desk, if I get COVID while I'm here, like, how do I get out of here? Who's going to pay for the hotel room?
And what'd they say?
They said, you get a free stay while you have COVID here.
Really?
I was like, well, now I want.
I was going to say, people need to start going to the Bahamas and congregating in groups with no mask on who aren't vaccinated. That's how you get a free vacation in the Bahamas. Get COVID in the Bahamas.
I mean, now we're thinking.
Perfect, dude. So now what is the price is right? They can't give away any free trips anymore. I'm like, dude, I don't need that. I don't need to play your stupid game. I'll just go get COVID in Florida, go to the Bahamas, and then boom, I'm there. Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's a good hustle. There's a lot of hustles down there, including Eddie Murphy buying islands up and then renting them out for weddings. I'm like, holy.
Eddie Murphy does that?
That's his hustle out there.
That's a good ass scheme.
I mean,
dude, everybody's making money now.
Yeah, I asked one of the waiters, who's the person who owns an island? Because all they talk about, all the tourism, is that island's owned by Eddie Murphy, Dan Aykroyd.
Right.
And I said, who's the person that owns an island that everyone makes fun of them? Like, how could they really own an island?
And who is it?
Tyrese.
Tyrese?
And then they all started roasting Tyrese. I swear to God.
That's hilarious, dude. Well, I guess because Tyrese made real money in Fast and the Furious, and he was like a big singer. Tyrese had his moment, man.
He did, but when they said he had an island, I was like, really?
That's a lot. But then we kind of went into researching a little bit more. It's not that much money to own some of these islands, right? Like, you could have bought an island for like, what, $1 million?
He said $500K even.
$500K.
But that's an empty island. I don't know.
Like, you got it, like, you own it, yeah, but like, there's not a thing on it.
Like island maintenance. And they said like an island, I think, is just over a mile in length.
Right.
And I asked them also, this fucked me up. I said, with global warming, how often do the islands and keys disappear? And they laughed at me. Never. They never
really?
disappear.
Yeah, global war. Yeah, dude, Bill Gates, now Melinda Gates came out and said Bill Gates was on Epstein's island. Dude, Bill Gates and all this stuff, none of it might be real. Like, global warming, like, none of this shit is real, dude.
I can't wait to read the comments on this.
Oh, I love it, dude. I'm with Melinda Gates. Dude, if Melinda Gates starts dating Pete Davidson, I'll love it.
I think she'll be murdered.
You think so?
She's going against like Epstein stuff, and now they're saying Bill Gates had naked pool parties and all this. Like,
yeah, but it's
if
like
Epstein died at his hands, I mean,
yeah, dude. Stephen Hawking used to bang bitches. Like, what do you think, dude?
I mean, I'd love sex tape, please.
I know, dude. How do you feel if you're a guy sitting at home right now that Stephen Hawking's got more pussy than you?
Oh my God.
How does that make you feel? If you're like, damn.
But there's one thing you forgot to mention with Chazz and pregnancy is yesterday we figured out if ISIS could get people pregnant, that's worse than torture.
If ISIS could get people pregnant, or any terrorist group could get people pregnant, that is true torture. Because here's the thing. Vinny's obviously a great mom, loves the kid so much, but you're saying she doesn't love you because she doesn't want to sit next to you?
Yeah, she always said, "Stop being intense."
Okay, well, guess what, Delilah? She probably doesn't want to sit next to you because you guys are always on top of her, and then the baby inside of her stomach, your little sister, is kicking her in the top of the vagina. Okay. So, clip it. Yeah. So, okay. So, but that's because Chazz, even she's like, she's at the point now of this pregnancy where she's calling her doctor, asking her different ways how she can induce labor naturally on her own. Like, she's a month before the due date and she's like, listen, it's 8 months. It'll be fine. She was like, we're Puerto Ricans. We know how to nurse anything back to life. She's like, just get the baby out of me. Vinny told me because I laughed about it. I was like, no, she goes, no, Chris, I'm being dead serious. She's like, bring beers to the delivery room. She's like, I'm not breastfeeding. She's already made that. I don't think she can do it for whatever medical reason because she's got fakes. I think it's because she's got fakes, but she can't do it. So what? What do you mean watch it? We can't hear you unless you come downstairs. So she. Oh, she's going to smack me in the mouth? So what is it, Tuesday? I mean, it's normal. I'm going to ground you. Okay, so but she's saying, Vinny was saying that she was like, I'm being dead serious. She's like, I want a beer Like as soon as that baby comes out, just give me a beer. She's like, I don't care if you have to put it in a sippy cup, pour me a beer. We have O'Doul's in the fridge that Vinny has been drinking a couple.
I was actually going to ask who came over. I thought like someone came over. I thought like maybe Nate Bargatze stopped by.
Nate Bargatze, dude. No, she goes, and shout out sober Nate Bargatze. Vin, this was 2 weeks ago when Tampa Tony was here. We were just in the supermarket. And I had to go to the supermarket to get like, I think we were going to barbecue and stuff. And she texted me, she goes, get me O'Doul's. I was like, you don't want O'Doul's. She was like, Chris, get me O'Doul's. And I was like, yeah, but it has no alcohol in it.
Imagine going through quarantine not drinking.
Yeah. Well, I kind of have. I kind of know somebody. I mean, Vinny literally in all of quarantine, I think she's gotten drunk once since March of last year because she's been constantly pregs. Yeah, dude. So she wants a beer. So once that baby's born, now here's the thing with me though, is tell me if you guys think what you think right on the community board at patreon.com/ChristyComedy. That's the way we communicate with everybody here, and we really appreciate it. What do you guys think? Do you think that if I miss the baby's birth, if I'm in Los Angeles when the baby's being born, am I a scumbag dad? And do I automatically give my daughter daddy issues? Because literally the first seconds of her life, daddy wasn't there. How big of an issue is that if I'm not there? So, but what if I'm not there, but Pimp is there, filming it, doing a live stream on the YouTube?
Super chat,
live stream YouTube. You could, if you want to pay $5 to ask Vinny a question as she's crowning.
Also, I wanted to bring this up.
Oh yes. So we posted this. On our YouTube at youtube.com/ChristyComedy. We posted this on the YouTube just to ask the fans what they think. The question was this: if you got pregnant via Immaculate Conception, would you keep it? The answers were surprising.
Yeah, we got 8,000 votes on YouTube.
We got 8,000 votes on YouTube, and 48% yes, 48% said yes, and 52% of you absolute dirtbags said no, you wouldn't keep the Christ himself. You wouldn't keep it. You would abort it so you could go back to slam and bruise at some fucking bar in Queens. Dude, can you, first of all, I got to be honest with you. Even if I was the recipient of the Immaculate Conception, I don't know if I'd keep it. I don't know, dude. I don't know.
I was just surprised because, like, you know, it's been a year of social change and protesting and stuff, but to keep potentially Jesus alive, nah.
No, not going to do it. I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting because it's a lot of work. I mean, it's a lot of work to keep Christ alive, because then you got to keep it alive, then you got to deal with his miracles.
Like, would you believe Chazz if she's like, no, this is a magical?
How funny would it be? How funny would it be if like the second coming of Christ happened now, and like he was on a trajectory to do like the things that he was going to do, like the same miracles to like save humankind, just like he did in the Bible. But when he's like 16, he gets canceled, you know, and like he never gets the platform he deserved.
Sounds like Elon Musk.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, I know. So, God, fucking Elon Musk. I don't know, dude. I'm. A part of me wants to get a Tesla. Another part of me is like, dude. Like, by the time I get the Tesla, there'll be everybody will have automatic driving and this and that. I kind of don't care, dude. Yeah. It's like a big battery. I kind of like putting gas in the car. To be honest, I don't want to charge my car.
And you can't even go like cross country in that.
No, I want gas. I like gasoline. I like the smell of it. I like getting out and pumping it. I like, putting a little thing on the pump and, texting when I'm not supposed to be texting. I like texting as the gas is being pumped, which could cause a spark and blow the whole car up. I like that. Does
the whole gas shortage give you anxiety?
No, well, first of all, that gas shortage thing I think is only for the East Coast. I don't think it's like a national thing.
Real. I mean, gas in New York was crazy. The day I was there, it was like 3 something.
Dude, how many times has your car run out of gas?
Never, but I've lost tires. Like I've had tires fly.
Like off. Just literally, like legitimately.
And
like
I've been hit by a garbage can on the highway.
Hit by a garbage can on the highway?
Windshield cracked from a landscaper's garbage can flying off
the back of his truck?
On the LAE.
Oh my God, how quick do you think he got deported?
Dude, I mean, they didn't even stop.
They don't even care.
Yeah.
No, dude. I don't know. I kind of feel like, that's what I think it is too about Los Angeles, and if you guys have never been here, you're in your car a lot. Like I can't recall, like there's nowhere to walk to here. Like you can go for walks, which is nice. Me and Delilah yesterday went for a walk like through the neighborhood. And Delilah told me, if you don't make more than $50,000 a year, you're trash. Yeah, she's going to be 6. And that's what she's already saying. If you don't make at least $50K, you're full trash. And, going for the walk with her was like pleasant and peaceful. But it kind of felt like when you're walking in LA, people are like, what are you up to? Like, I almost kind of felt like they were like, what, did this guy kidnap this little girl? Like, why is he walking through the streets of LA? But, I don't know. So speaking of walking through and coming through and all that, like I said before, I'm so pumped that we can now take fan questions and get to know the fans a little bit. All you got to do is email a video to Chrissy Chaos podcast at gmail.com and you could be on the show. A couple of fans. We picked the ones that we liked. How many did we pick?
I think there's 4 questions.
Are they all straight white men?
Oh, boy.
Oh, damn it. If you're anything other than a straight white man, email me, and it doesn't matter what you say or do. We'll put you on the show.
Please.
Yo soy Cristobal. La penguina es gordo. How did I learn that Spanish? Babel, baby. That's right. I'm speaking Españoles with Babel. If you want to learn a new language, you got to go to Babel. 15-minute lessons. That's all it is, kid. 15-minute lessons, and you start to learn new languages. I'm telling you, it's the #1 selling language app. It is, and that's the other thing. It's an app. You don't got to get a book or some dumb CD like these other companies. This is an app, and they got all types of languages: Spanish, French, Italian, German. I mean, what are the languages you need to know? Chinese. That's a big one. You better know that one. Okay? And how about this? If you go to Babbel.com right now, that's BABBEL.com, and use the promo code CHAOS, you get 3 months free. So you go, you sign up, okay? You go to BABBEL.com, promo code CHAOS, that's Babbel.com, code CHAOS, and you get a membership and you get an extra 3 months free. So that's 6 months for the price of just 3, okay? So you're going to get 6 months of language for the price of 3 if you use the promo code CHAOS. And I'm telling you, if you need to learn a language, if you're a spy, if you're trying to talk to a guy or a girl who speaks another language, if you're trying to get in with immigrants crossing the border, Babbel is what you need to do, okay? So it's an app. It's beautiful. Babbel.com, BABBL.com. Use the promo code CHAOS. All right, HelloFresh. Hello. I like food. You like to cook food? You like to eat food? Then HelloFresh is what it is. It's been teaching me how to cook. I've been using this. I like these products because I use them. I really do. I've had some nice meals. I just had a freaking bean soup the other day from HelloFresh. I was farting for weeks, but it was worth it. HelloFresh. So what it is you get to try different meals, okay? And all the meals, they take like 20 minutes or less to cook, and they seriously do. I mean, listen, I'm an idiot, dude. I'm borderline Neanderthal, and even I can figure out how to make these meals in 20 minutes or less. And there's all these different types of recipes, so you never get bored. There's like 25 plus recipes. It's amazing. Fresh ingredients, of course, and it's just the best. And if you go to HelloFresh, go to HelloFresh.com, okay, HelloFresh.com/12chaos. So that's HelloFresh.com/12chaos, and use the code 12chaos. You get 12 free meals, including free shipping. So literally, it's free. You just go to HelloFresh.com, use the promo code 12chaos, and use 12chaos. You get 12 free meals, including free shipping. I mean, you get a meal for every apostle. If you were going to be apostle, who would you be? I'd probably be Luke. He sounds hot. And I want to cook for a hot guy named Luke, I'm going to go to HelloFresh, okay? I've been using it to cook. They even have Latino meals because, Vinny's pregnant and she wants all different types of things. So I've been going to HelloFresh and cooking for her, and she's like, oh, it's actually causing problems in my relationship because she's like, what bitch is teaching you how to cook? I'm like, HelloFresh. That's my bitch. She's teaching me how to cook, or he or they. HelloFresh.com. Use the promo HelloFresh.com/12chaos. Use the code 12chaos for 12 free meals, including free shipping. Go do it. Oh no. Okay, so this first question, I like to only hear these questions for the first time live on the show. I just think it like gives, me a chance to give my honest, actual reaction and opinion. So let's see. This guy has a mustache on, which is a big trend right now. I feel like the trend for white guys right now is to grow mustaches or say they have Asperger's. One of those two is the thing that's like the new white people shit. It's I got a mustache and I have Asperger's. Let's hear it.
What's up, Chrissy Circumcision? Homeless Pimp, how you doing? TT Jerry, call me. My question for you is, when are you going to start rocking the mustache? I think it'd look pretty good on it, give you a nice, like, Tom Selleck vibe or something, maybe. But just a tip for you, considering your ethnic background, I know you're Chrissy Sauerkraut, the German kid. Try and keep it at the edges of the mouth. Don't go for the middle, you know what I mean? All right, peace out, boys.
There you go. This guy wants to know when I'm growing a mustache, and he also said that he wants to have sex with TT Jerry. So I will have you know that the TT Jerry has said multiple times to me in private that he does not like a man with a mustache because when he's getting a blowjob, the mustache it tickles his balls, and he doesn't like that. So if you want a chance at TT, you're gonna have to shave it off. But I'm not gonna grow that mustache for two reasons. One, I can't really grow facial hair, and I can't grow hair on my legs. Hanging out with Tampa Tony for 2 weeks last week, I realized like my dad's legs are so hairless. It almost looks like his legs were amputated and replaced with prosthetic legs. Like my dad looks like he legitimately is wearing prosthetic legs, but those are his real legs. He has creepy mannequin legs. So that's kind of what I have too, though. I have mannequin legs. So I can't grow facial hair or a mustache. And I kind of feel like that look to me, it's like, I don't know, it just makes me think of like just what it must smell like, and like it's just like a dirty like every time I see a guy with just a mustache, I think of it's just like a dirty Sanchez. Like so when I saw that, I was like, this guy just gave somebody a dirty Sanchez, and it's probably TT Jerry. So here we go. This next guy, we got another guy coming up. First of all, this guy looks like Jiminy the Cricket.
Hey,
Jiminy Cricket.
big fan, Patreon member Josh Goodman here. Kind of have a philosophical question for you that I thought of recently. Basically, would you rather see a woman naked and not be able to touch her, or never see a woman naked at all in some kind of alternate universe? I don't know. I thought that was an interesting question. Go fuck yourself.
There you go. So this guy's clearly, he's wearing his communion chain. He's clearly living with his mother, and he's clearly never seen a woman naked. So this is why he's asked me this question, because he's like, I don't even care anymore. Is it even that good? And the answer is yes. And first of all,
What?
not being able to see a woman naked. What was his question? Would you rather see a woman naked and not be able to touch her,
or never see her?
And never see a woman naked? Well, dude, I mean,
is he just asking if he should watch porn?
I was gonna say, like, do you watch porn? Like, that's all you do all day, every day is like see women naked having sex, and you can't touch them. You just touch your beef. Yeah,
I don't really get his question.
By the way, speaking of good question.
Yeah,
I appreciate the question.
BetterHelp.com.
Yeah. I appreciate the question, but my friend told me, how wild is this? My friend, I won't name him, got the Oculus, the virtual reality thing, and has been watching porn in the Oculus. And he said he got the Oculus to watch virtual porn on to save his marriage so he wouldn't cheat. But it's actually ruining his marriage because he never wants to have sex with his wife. He won't even play with his kids. He's like, dude, like I put on that Oculus and I'm legitimately having a threesome with the Oculus. So I wonder if I got the Oculus, if it's so lifelike, if Vinny would still even consider that cheating. If I had the Oculus on, and I'm not touching anybody, I'm in my own virtual reality, but, oh, here she is on cue. Come here. What do you think? Come here quickly. What do you think? So my friend got the Oculus and is watching
I heard.
virtual porn. So, okay, so you heard it. So what do you think of that?
No, I heard.
So what do you think?
I think that if you're still desiring other women, then you're in the wrong fucking place, okay?
What do you mean? I'm in the wrong, like, L.A.? So, but I'm saying
there's no one left to desire, okay? You got all this.
Yeah, she's standing there wearing a robe and my sandals. She looks like a man in Tokyo right now. So
That's what you want to do? You want to go cheat?
No,
you want to cheat?
No, I don't. Vin, I'm simply asking you, is it cheating if I'm on virtual reality porn because it feels very lifelike, but I wouldn't cross the line? It's virtual reality, but this way I don't do it in real life. It's virtual life, cyberspace. It's like I'm in cyberspace.
Yes, it's cheating.
What? So what am I supposed to do?
Oh my God.
Go find yourself another woman.
Seriously?
Bye.
Wow, we have that legally binding contracts. DM me, Christy Comedy.
No. What about like a fleshlight?
Go ahead, DM him. Go ahead. I'm waiting.
What about a fleshlight?
Yeah, what about a
Ew,
fleshlight?
that's disgusting.
Have you ever
Fleshlight?
seen?
My Canon has fleshlights.
Really?
Yeah, my Canon
I've
loves
never
a fleshlight.
understood.
I didn't need to know that about my Canon.
He has a whole bit about it.
Where does he keep it? What is?
I don't know, dude.
Oh no.
I think that's why it took him so long to have kids. Okay, so you're saying virtual reality porn. Ladies, what do you think? Go to patreon.com/Christy Comedy, right on the community board.
Or you can write to me.
Or, yes, or you could DM Vinny. Or you can write at Chrissy Chaos Podcast at gmail.com. Email us. Do you, ladies, do the women of the show, do you consider virtual reality porn on the Oculus cheating? Is that cheating if you
There is no woman in the world that really wants her husband to be with another woman or...
But
There's no, I don't care what they say. Oh, I don't care. You know, he's fine. He could do whatever he wants. That's bullshit. That's complete. 100%.
Why are you cursing in front of our daughter?
Like she hasn't heard worse from you.
Sure.
She just listened to the first half hour.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So virtual reality Oculus porn is cheating, according to Vinny. We'll see. We'll put up a poll. We'll see what the women of
DMing, accepting pictures, sending pictures. That's also cheating. FYI.
But what if they're the ones that expire on the first look?
I'm taking over your Instagram.
Okay, thank you for the rocks, honey. I appreciate it. Oh, the baby gave me 2 rocks. Thank you.
That was a great question.
Yeah, the baby gave me 2 rocks. Those are from your mom. Yeah. Okay.
So we have another guy here.
Yeah, we have another guy who this guy, just off first glance, I mean, he looks like me if I never got into comedy. That's just what he looks like.
Hey, Chrissy, this is Samson from Virginia. Big fucking fan, dude. I have a question for you. How do you feel about the social justice warriors' war on the Washington Redskins? I mean, I guess it's the Washington football team now, but I'm a diehard Redskins fan. You can't tell. And now I got this shit tatted on me for life. And it's an antiquated name now. Let me know how you feel about it. Peace.
First of all, this guy is full of surprises because I never thought a man that looks like him and sounds like him would even know what the word antiquated meant. But at the end, he said antiquated. I was like, wow, shocker. But yeah, so that Redskins tattoo, I think the only way to fix that is if you can keep the feathers, keep the circle. You just have to change that face to AOC, and then you're good. I also think that I've done jokes about this on stage where I say the Washington football team should have just renamed themselves the Washington Karens, because it's really Native American people don't really care about this. But as far as, tattoos of stuff, it's like, my rule is as long as it's not a swastika, it's probably okay.
Very fair rule.
That's a fair rule, dude. As long as it's not a swasti-wasti, you're probably good. So, yeah, dude, and who cares about the social justice? Who cares about all that stuff? Nobody cares anymore. It's just like, shut up. Let's do the new thing. We're on to aliens. Aliens is the new thing. Aliens, the new thing that they're coming. I've told you, I'll tell you every podcast, when they do come by the end of this year, 2021, they are government psyops. They are not real aliens. Boom.
Yeah, like you said yesterday, it's going to be alien ISIS.
It's going to be alien ISIS. Oh, and by the way, some people have been tagging me in some tweets that listen to some stand-up. So I appreciate that CNN is now coming out and saying beware of when lockdown lifts for extremists to come in and start committing terrorist acts. So I said that on stage, that the media needs to get you right back into being fearful, because now they know the COVID's kind of over. The vaccines are working. We're not scared of the new strains, or nobody cares anymore.
Well, the vaccine's not working on the Yankees.
Oh, yeah, I know. Dude, ninth member of the Yankees got tested positive for COVID after being vaccinated. And my dad was like, well, that's what they get for getting the vaccine. If you've been listening to this podcast and you know anything about my relationship, you know I need to hide the websites I'm looking at, okay? I'm not allowed to watch porn or surf the web for the things I want to surf for. So what do I need? I need something that gets rid of my web browser, and that's ExpressVPN, okay? When you use ExpressVPN, your internet connection is rerouted through a secure encrypted server, so you can surf the web anonymously. That's what we all need to do, is surf the web anonymously with ExpressVPN. I'm telling you, I still think Vinny knows what I'm up to, but I'm not as nervous as I used to be because ExpressVPN, you're the best. I mean, you're so freaking important. You're almost as important as my erection pills. But ExpressVPN, you're keeping me alive right now because I can surf the web and do what I want and nobody knows what I'm doing. Without ExpressVPN, you give people a license to peek over your shoulder and see all the freaky shit you're looking at. I'm sorry, Vid. So if you want ExpressVPN and you want a discount, all you got to do, the listeners to this show, go to expressvpn.com/chaos. That's Express, EXPRESS, VPN.com/chaos. 3 months free with a 1-year package. So that's 3 months free with a 1-year package. I'm telling you, it's worth it. Go to expressvpn.com/chaos. That's /chaos. That's EXPRESSVPN.com/chaos. 3 months free. Do it. Don't tell Vinny. I'm like any normal person. When I come to the beach, I bring 3 things and 3 things only: suntan lotion, beer, and Magic Spoon. The keto-friendly, grain-free, soy-free cereal that you and the whole family can love. This is one of the best cereals I've ever had. Oh, there's a toothpick in it. It's one of the best cereals I've ever had. It's keto-friendly. It's got 14 grams of protein, which is, I pretty much go to the gym and I just eat Magic Spoon cereal instead of taking the protein shake, and it's been working out really well. A lot of you guys have said that I'm looking slim and trim. Magic Spoon's the answer. It's one of the best cereals I've ever had. They have peanut butter flavor, Fruity Pebbles flavor, cocoa flavor. They even have a new mac and cheese flavor if you're on edibles like the Homeless Pimp. Magic Spoon is the cereal for you. I'm telling you, I'm at the beach right now, and there's nothing I enjoy more than a little suntan lotion finger with some Magic Spoon. On magicspoon.com/chaos. In the URL, magicspoon.com/chaos, and the promo code chaos, they're going to give $5 off your next order of Magic Spoon. It's worth it. They've been sponsoring this podcast for the last 10 episodes, and I still buy it and use other people's promo codes, but you don't do that. Use the promo code chaos. Don't use the Tim Dillon promo code. Use the promo code chaos, magicspoon.com/chaos, promo code chaos, $5 off. Magic Spoon, I'm telling you, it's a cereal for you. High protein, keto friendly, gluten free, grain free, soy free, wheat free, naturally flavored, totally delicious, childlike cereal for grown-ups. That's what it is. They should serve this stuff in prison. No. So that's crazy, but they're not sick, which is good. So that's the silver lining is, yeah, I understand people are still getting COVID, which sucks, but they're not sick, which I think if somebody dies from COVID after still getting the vaccine, then we're like, yikes.
Now, what year do you think it'll be where people go, oh my God, remember COVID? I forgot about it.
Good point. I was thinking about that. I think personally, here's my prediction. Aliens coming at the end of the year. By the way, we're working on New Year's Eve. We're working on a big show in Tampa, Florida. So hopefully that goes because, I mean, me and Pimp in Tampa, Florida, wowzers, because Vinny can't come because we're going to have the new baby. So, excuse me? She said bullshit. So working on that. But I think New Year's Eve, by New Year's Eve, the aliens will come. I also think it's 2021 going to 2022. By this time, by summer, early summer of 2022, COVID has been like, remember then. Because if we can get through the winter of early 2022 and the fall and get to the summer with, people, for the most part, 100% indoor dining, 100% indoor everything, not that many masks. I think you'll still see masks here and there. I think by then we'll be like, wow, it's over. I think we have to just prove one more fall and winter without a humongous spike. There'll always be a little bit numbers that go up, but I think then we're good. The only obvious fear is there another, is it COVID-20?
But I think it'll just be like flu season. There'll be COVID season.
Fine, and I'm cool with COVID. Bring on COVID season. We get through flu season. We get through COVID season. No freaking problem. I'm cool with that. Here we go. Candy Pop _0384 emailed the show and asked, if you could have witnessed one event in history, what would it be? If you could have witnessed one event in history, what would it be? I would say the one thing that I probably. Why are you sitting there? Why are you crowding over my shoulder? Wait. Go ahead. Go on. Yeah.
No,
Candy Pop. Yeah, that's. You know what? Candy Pop sounds like it could be a woman. It could be the email of somebody's cat, or it could be just a in the closet gay man. It could be one of those three. I don't know. What event do I wish I could have witnessed in history? I would say probably something in the Revolutionary War. Why, haha? Because I'm a pussy, she said.
You would never survive.
I know. Well, no.
Like, all right, fresh out of a time machine's Revolutionary War, how many days are you going?
Well, I probably, if I was in the army, 3 days. Bro, there's no cupcakes.
What if you were just
weren't
a
invented
farmer?
yet. Well, no, here's the thing with Revolutionary War and even the Civil War and old school battles, it was very common. It was very common for like people to know like where the battle was going to be, and they would set up picnics and like watch the war from like high hills. So I'd be one of those guys who would like put on a corset and bake a loaf of bread and get some jams and puddings and go down and watch the boys fight. I'd be that guy. So I would like to go that, and I'd like to witness specifically the Battle of Brooklyn in August of 1776 in New York for two reasons. One, I'd want to see what Brooklyn looked like back in the day, like for real looked like. And two, it was the British came on to the shores in Bay Ridge, which is a neighborhood I'm from, or live in. So I think that's what I would go to see, or Jesus getting crucified, one or the other. Jesus getting crucified would be wild, because I think like knowing what I know, I don't know if I'd help him or not. There's a part of me that would be like, all right, let's get him off the cross. But then there's another part of me that's like, like so much good shit happens because Jesus died for our sins. So I don't know what I'd do. Like, I don't know what points of history I'd reverse. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it'd be tough. Definitely the Nazis are the first up always.
Yeah, I know. There's like that hack joke that everyone does. Like, oh, I'd go back and kill baby Hitler. It's like, I wouldn't.
No, like teenage Hitler.
Yeah, not as a baby.
Yeah.
Let him live a little bit.
Yeah.
I'd kill him right before he comes into power. Just he got the people galvanized, and then I just fucking have him choke on a chicken parm.
I'd want to go back and watch him in art school.
Yeah.
At least like watch a semester.
That's what I'd like to do, is put you back in time with him and have him choking on a chicken parm and see what you do. Will Pimp save Hitler? Pimpy just pulled up an article. Florida woman posed as student to promote her Instagram page. What the fuck?
This 28-year-old.
Her name's Audrey Francequini. Audrey Francequini. So what did she do?
She went to Miami High School and handed out pamphlets with her Instagram account printed on it.
Why? Because she wanted followers?
Yeah. She wanted to build a high school fan base.
Oh my God, dude. What is women, I almost feel like, don't you kind of feel like it's kind of becoming even now with the creepiness level of women to high school students versus men to high school students? Like, it's not just men. Like, I feel like so many more women bang the high school students and get inappropriate with the high schoolers than men. I mean,
even.
I don't know more, but it's getting even, right? Yeah, I kind of feel like, because now even thinking back, like when I was in high school, like there was one teacher, I forgot her name, but she was not really necessarily inappropriate with me, but she would always say like how like muscular, like she was like, ooh, the baseball players looking good out there, boys. I'm like, feel their biceps. And I was like, I wonder if any of them like hooked up with her.
Well, my school, we had one.
You
the
did?
lady actually got me suspended for
Why?
making
What happened?
her feel uncomfortable.
So what happened?
She was my art teacher, and for a project, I was just being sarcastic dick. I wrote, it had to be something about space, so I made a dick that had veins and made flames and put it as a rocket ship.
That's what we do, yeah.
So she got me suspended for sexual harassment.
But she actually banged.
At the end of the year, it ends up she banged 3 of the football players.
3 of the football players?
So I'm like, you fucking bitch.
But at that point, because what was that, like early 2000s?
Like 2009.
So at that point, though, were people even getting fired for that anymore?
Well,
were people getting arrested?
Had like a heroin problem, and everybody on staff got fired after my year.
Wait, so she hooked up with the football players, but didn't even go to jail for it?
Not that I know of. No, she's just still walking around the neighborhood.
But not a teacher there anymore.
No, all the teachers got fired. All of the staff got fired.
Because of the heroin issue.
Well, everyone was looking the other way. Everyone got real fucking crazy in that school.
Shout out. That's what happens when you go to Catholic high schools in Queens.
Yeah.
Dude, same product. Yeah. Okay. So, and
This
what's
is
this?
also cool.
What's this? Oh, we got authorities seize first shipment of alcohol expired from Chernobyl. So Chernobyl's trying to make alcohol?
Some assholes trying to ship alcohol made there that's radioactive.
Dude, so
into England, like into a liquor store.
Dude, so that's what we got to do. That first shipment of alcohol from Chernobyl, that's what I want to get on Backyard Bar Wars, my show on True TV. I want to do a shot of that live on the show, and then we'll get the ratings up. Dude, would you take a sip of radioactive liquor? You wouldn't do it, dude? You've done mushrooms.
I'd rather go visit Chernobyl than get it that way.
Dude, Chrissy Chernobyl, that's a YouTube of us going in there.
I ever tell you I watched a YouTube video where some guy's exploring it and just runs into an old couple who never left. They just been living there, and they don't have tumors or anything.
They're fine. Yeah, when I watched that Chernobyl show on HBO, which by the way is a great show, it came out last year, I think, or maybe even a couple of years ago. But they were saying like the amount of radiation that was leaked into the atmosphere, like through that, is probably number one, far and away, main reason for global warming and a lot of global issues.
Well,
it's
Fukushima,
Chernobyl.
they never cleaned up.
Yeah,
It's still leaking.
But see, that's the thing with like the news. Like, so when you ask that question about COVID, it's like it's whenever the news stops talking about it, it's over. That's just what it is. It's not us.
The radiation from Fukushima hit LA within a year of it happening. It's still going on. So.
Yeah, we've eaten sushi out here probably that has radioactive stuff, and who cares though, dude? At this point, like I'm
You're
kind of
done.
taking the approach, like whatever, dude.
You're done.
Maybe dying's fun. Like get to the next realm.
Reincarnate.
Here, one more news story. What is this? Oh, weird sex toys. You know, I've never. It says let's fry our eyes out with the weirdest sex toys. You know, I've never. This is true. I've never held a sex toy or experimented with a sex toy. I don't even know what a sex toy is. Like, you could give me a sex toy and I wouldn't know what to do with it.
Yeah, like even Mike Cannon with the fleshlight. Shout out Mike.
Mike Cannon.
I don't get. I would never own one of those.
Go follow Mike Cannon on all social medias and check his pod, the Irish Goodbye podcast. So yeah, I don't even know like what to do. I know Vin has a dildo, but what can you do? She still got pregnant. Vin would get pregnant with a dildo. That's how she's just like literally a lot of people out there, like I know a lot of couples out there, like they have to keep trying to get pregnant. We have to keep trying to not get pregnant. It's like the opposite. Like this lady's just always fucking pregnant. I'm like, what is going on in your uterus, lady? Jesus Christ. Your uterus is like Joe Biden. You let everybody in. I'm kidding. Now, shout out Joe Biden.
You saw they found his personal Venmo?
What?
Why do people have Venmo?
President-elect Joe Biden has a Venmo?
I just saw BuzzFeed said, we found your personal Venmo.
Don't you kind of feel like Joe Biden isn't even really president? Like, I kind of still feel like Trump is just president.
Because I don't feel like anyone's ever actually president. Like,
no, but I mean, like, you knew every moment of your life, for 4 years, like, you knew Trump is the president. I feel like the news doesn't talk about Biden being president that much.
I feel like the country all together went through an anxiety attack, and now it's done.
Now they're like, yo, let's just chill out. Right. Speaking of chilling out, nothing calms me like the 48 Laws of Power. I'm going to take over. Not only am I going to take over the podcast space, which I'm slowly doing, I'm going to take over the world with the 48 Laws of Power. Shout out Robert Greene, who wouldn't come on the podcast. You fucking scumbag. Here we go. Let's go. So this law, 48 Laws of Power. Wait, hold on. Let's find it. Oh, here we go. Law number 39. Law number 39 in the 48 Laws of Power. Stir up waters to catch fish. Judgment. Anger and emotion are strategically counterproductive. You must always stay calm and objective. But if you can make your enemies angry while staying calm yourself, you gain a decided advantage. Put your enemies off balance. Yeah, so that last sentence is racist. Sorry about that. So basically what they're saying is, don't get angry. If you go out there and something's really bothering you and you get angry and have an explosion, even if it will scare a few people or you'll gain respect from a couple of people, the majority will see that as weakness. Like, that's why, you know, when kind of, you know, people just go berserk and start getting crazy, you know, it's like you lose respect for them because you're like, oh, you self-control. That's why they say taking the high road is the hardest, because it's showing self-control, and that's so much harder than just, you know, wigging out and hitting somebody. So there's a piece from history about this when Napoleon in 1809, Napoleon Bonaparte in 1809, he thought this guy, the foreign minister Talleyrand, who's like a famous guy, he would like walk around with the limp and stuff, and was like kind of like a lot of people say Talleyrand was like the one who was really running France, and Napoleon was just being like a mad squeak running around saying get the vaccine. So Napoleon one time thought that Talleyrand, the foreign minister, was like, you know, being a spy or whatever, doing something behind his back, and like screamed at him in front of everybody, like screaming. And Talleyrand's responses were just very cool, calm, and collective, and been like, I'm sorry. And the last thing Talleyrand said, because Napoleon's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you, you piece of shit, you scumbag, I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna rip your dick off and feed it to the lions. You know, he's like, oh, I bet you didn't, he even said, he goes, oh, I bet you didn't know your wife, I bet you didn't know your wife was cheating on you. And then, you know, I think he was cheating on him with some dickhead. Oh, I bet you, he goes, yeah, you never told me that San Carlos was your wife's lover. He was being like that, like a dick. And he's like, and then Talleyrand comes back with, indeed, sire, it did not occur to me that this information had any bearing on your Majesty's glory or my own. So he was just being calm, cool, collective. And then when he walked out, when Napoleon finally said, get out of here, Talleyrand said to the rest of the people in the court, the rest of the high-ranking officials, he said, what a pity, gentlemen, that so great a man should have such bad manners. And then rumbling started to go through, you know, the kingdom and even down to the people, being like, oh, Napoleon lost his mind. And it was kind of like the beginning of the decline. Like then like Waterloo would happen and he'd lose these battles and eventually get exiled. But that was like the first thing where they were like, oh, this guy just flies off the handle. Like, he's not really, like, you don't really see great leaders ever getting mad and screaming like that. They're always calm, because tantrums neither intimidate nor inspire loyalty. They only create doubts and uneasiness about your power. Exposing your weakness, these stormy eruptions often herald a fall. So that's what it is. So tantrums, it's like, what are you, a child? Are you a baby? Who are you, Delilah, Napoleon? You're going to have a tantrum? What do you want? Oh, because you didn't get enough syrup? Fucking dickhead. Well, now you lost your country, okay? Don't scream at people. Be calm, cool, and collective. Angry people usually end up looking ridiculous. They do. When you get mad, you look ridiculous.
Yeah, Karens.
Yeah, you Karen. You just, you know. That's why anytime Vinny screams at me, I'm just like, whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do. I didn't think this information would be bestowed upon Her Majesty. Whatever you want to do. And then I'm just freaking winning. Always winning. And the only reversal of this, because I like the 48 Laws of Power. If you listen to the show, we do a different chapter from the book every week. It's always a rule reversal. And this rule reversal is just when playing with people's emotions, you have to be careful. Study the enemy beforehand. Some fish are best left at the bottom of the pond. So there are some people that you just there's just no way around it. You gotta just squash these motherfuckers. You gotta just squash them out and just say, you know what? I've tried to reason with you, but now, no, okay? Now I'm going to step on your head and I'm going to drown you and you're going to go to the bottom of the pond, babe. Because you know, and they say sometimes if it's a well-timed burst of anger can do you good, but your anger must be manufactured and under your control. So if you want to get crazy, you got to have a burst. You got to be mad. You got to get mad, babe, but it's got to be an under control outburst. We've pulled up a wine stopper for sperm. That's what Pimp has pulled up. Wine stopper for sperm. So they're saying you can cork your penis hole with this. Yes. I feel like it still wouldn't stop I could still get Vinny pregnant with this. If Vinny had her tubes tied and I had this wine stopper for sperm, we'd still have a baby and it'd still be a girl.
100%.
100%, dude. 100%. Of course, we always do an Anxiety Tuesday segment. I love the Anxiety Tuesday segments. And by the way, Also, I want to hear what you do for your anxiety and what you do for your mental health. So email the podcast, ChrissyChaosPodcast@gmail.com, or run in the community board, patreon.com/ChristyComedy. Get involved in the chaos. Join the chaos. I want to hear what you guys do for your mental health, because we all help each other. We're all a big family here. And a couple of the members of the family have had sex with each other. So what can you do? You guys are incestual. Can you stop sneezing? So
this lady's already upset at the Immaculate Conception thing.
All right, we'll read it. So, but by the way, what I've been doing for my mental health is, what I actually been doing? I went a little old school. What I've been doing this week, and it's really been helping me a lot, is I went back to praying. I went back to prayer and started doing, name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, amen, and then praying and actually talking to God, whoever God is to you. I've been talking to them, him, her, God's a woman. I've been talking to God and asking her for things to go my way, or for people in my life to be happy and healthy. I always ask about the people in my life to be happy and healthy before me. I always say, I make sure my mom and dad are happy and healthy, my stepmom, my children, my family, make everyone happy and healthy, help people get through this, get through that. And then I just keep asking him to show me if I'm in trouble, just give me, I know that I have to figure things out on my own, but just, can you help me a little bit? I'm trying to finagle away out of this True TV show, so just help me. I don't want to, or I'm not trying to finagle away out of it. I just want them to film it in New York, so I don't have to come back to LA anymore. So I'm asking Jesus, just help me make the people at True TV just say, we'll do this show from Bay Ridge, Brooklyn for the remainder of it, and we'll give you 10 seasons and millions of dollars, and you never have to leave New York. That's what I want. So I've been praying. I've been praying a lot. So and whoever your God is, because I know we have a very culturally diverse fan base, by the way, as we could tell from the videos and the questions. I mean, we got Muzzies, we got Jewies, we got Chrissies, we got Buddhists. Richard Gere's a big fan of the show. We got everybody. We got atheists.
QAnon.
We got QAnon members from if you guys have listened to Hey Babe, listen to Hey Babe with me and Sal Volcano every Thursday, 11 a.m. Eastern. The great Andrew Santino, a.k.a. the Red Rocket, Cheeto Santino, filled in for Sal on one of the Hey Babes recently, and we called the episode QAnon. We came up with QAnon, where we're not in QAnon, we're in QAnon, where we take cute boys and girls, but mostly boys, and we talk about conspiracies with them, and it's QAnon. So that's the Anxiety Tuesday segment and helpful hint of the day. Hopefully you like it. And then let's end here. We got one last question from Moonhunt Media, LLC.
This is a criticism, not a question.
This is a criticism. Yes. This is Moonhunt Media is talking about the Immaculate Conception poll. He's upset about this, and his name is Mikey, M-I-K-E, or Mickey. I don't know what kind of name you have, but it's stupid. No, I'm kidding.
Could be a woman too, unsure.
Well, that's what I like about him is Mickey, Mikey. You don't know who it is because even his profile picture, it kind of looks like a man, but he also could be going through estrogen replacement therapy. I don't know, but he does work for the media. So there you go. Moonhunt Media. Okay, let's see it. First, he says, Mary is the Immaculate Conception, meaning she was born without the stain of original sin in order to be the vessel for the incarnation. But Anna and Joaquin Phoenix, still conceived her in the usual way. Jesus Christ is the incarnation, not the Immaculate Conception. He was not immaculately conceived. He's already God. God has no stain. Your understanding of Catholic doctrine is deplorable, embarrassing, defamatory, and hurtful to the church. Please consult a priest before you spew nonsense. Mickey! Oh my God, I didn't see that one coming.
Can I just say something?
Yes.
Does this not sound like QAnon?
That sounds like QAnon. So there you go. So that guy right there is in QAnon, and we finally got our first QAnon member put his head to the surface, and we caught him. So there you go, Mickey. Thank you. We're being hurtful to the show by not understanding Jesus Christ himself. Mickey, you're a psycho, and I love that you're a fan of the show. This is the kind of fans I want. Yes, this is one of the Christians, and I bet she's a Patreon member. Guys, thank you so much. The LA series was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. There will be a couple of episodes that potentially may come out. We had some guests on from the LA couch, but this is the last solo one that we're doing from LA. And then next week's episode, I'm really excited for you guys to see it. We're on it. We're going to film it next week, and it's just going to be amazing. Hopefully it turns out the way I want. And for the fans who've been with me, for the last few years, kind of travel, you're gonna know this guy, and you're gonna be like, wow, that's crazy. So hopefully it all works out. Thank you for the support. If you want to come see me do stand-up, go to chrisdcomedy.com. I got a bunch of dates up there. Hopefully you find your city, and we're adding more dates. Homeless Pimp will always be there. TT Jerry on some select dates that she can come to. I think she can't be within 90 miles of New York. So the ones within 90 miles, we'll bring her, and she'll have the merch on. She'll be selling at the merch table. LA was great. If I probably missed some restaurants, I kind of, I'm sorry. Thank you for all the recommendations from people. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed this city at times, but I'm happy to be going back to New York. I can't wait to see what it looks like. Since the last time I left, hopefully the homeless are living in my house, and I won't ask them to leave because I'm a Christian man and I don't care. I mean, the homeless, it'd be great. It's just more people to watch all the kids I have. So thank you so much. Homeless Pimp on Instagram, of course, at Christy Comedy on Instagram, Twitter, everywhere. Thanks, guys. I love you. I love cock. Stay gay. Stay in the fog. Free, open, and gay, baby. Stay in the fog. Stay foggy.